Hey guys, this is kind of a multifunctional video. I want to promote this event we're having at UCD, the sample and sequence event, where the idea is everybody's going to bring an object. It can be something musical or something kind of random, something from your kitchen, something from your garage. It doesn't really matter. Then just as long as you think it'll make an interesting sound. Then we'll break up into teams, and we're going to sample these different things and making different types of noises. So if you have an object that has potential for a number of different sounds, you can just record a bunch of sounds from it. Then after you capture all those samples, upload them into a computer, and you guys work together to put it together into some kind of rhythmic thing, or it might have a bass line or some kind of musical aspect to it. And then at the end of the evening, we'll get together and share the creations. If you have to leave early, we'll probably put up the MP3 files on SoundCloud or somewhere. And this isn't for this. If you don't have any experience, you can still certainly attend. Anybody's welcome if you just want to show up and bring something. And there'll be plenty of experienced engineers around to help with the technical side of things. All right. Well, I hope to see you there if you're a UCD student. The other stuff I want to show you guys is an example of what this could look like. So I took some random samples of a coffee cup, and my daughter has this first act pink guitar, and it's so bad, like you can't even tune it to standard tuning. You have to tune it down a half step, or else you don't have any chance of it staying in tune. And I just recorded these with a Zoom recorder. That's what we'll be doing at the event, is recording with Zoom recorders and importing them into the sessions. So after I took those samples, I imported them into Logic. At our event, we might have like a Pro Tools room and a Logic room and an Ableton room, and let people choose which group they want to participate in. And so I just created every sound with a coffee cup that I could think of. I don't know how loud this will be, so I gotta turn it down a little bit. So you get the idea. Just kind of created all kind of samples. And then I tried to make a drum beat out of that. So I took out one sample and I pitch shifted it down to become a kick drum. I did some messing with it too. Then I grabbed another sample that I thought it sounded kind of like a hi-hat. Something that sounded kind of like a shaker. Then a rim hit. Then finally something that's kind of like a snare drum. All right. Now here's what I want to show you guys. Something I've discovered in Logic is that if you sample something, say like that pink guitar, if you have a metronome in your ear and you play on every maybe half note, that's what I did here. So it's a chromatic scale up the instrument. If you do it on the grid like that, there's a really fast way to import all these samples. So what you do is you get your scissor tool, you go to that first half note, hold down Option, and watch what happens. It just cut it at every half note. I'm going to go back to my standard tool. So I can click here, it will select all samples, all little clips. I can drag this so all of them are kind of short now, get rid of some of that noise. I can get a short little fade in to avoid any pops, and do a little fade out. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. All right, so here's what we have with the pink guitar. Now here's where you'll see how cool it is to make these chops. So if I do a new sampler instrument, I hit this Edit button, opens up this dialog, and watch this. I'm going to select our pink guitar clips. You see how they're all selected. And all I have to do is drag them into this interface. Oh, that didn't work out too well. I think I goofed up. Let's try that again. I think I grabbed the wrong part of the clip. There we go. I got the little plus. Now it's asking which note should be the starting note. I know the lowest note is an E flat, also known as a D sharp. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And then you can see it maps it out right in this area of a keyboard. So now I can go in and play any of those notes. All right, so that's the idea. So you can play the samples like a keyboard. All right, so that's kind of what I want to show you guys, how easy it is to make a sample instrument. If you kind of know how the different how to chop it up quickly. So that's kind of my tip of the day for Logic users. I'm not going to save this. I've already saved it. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I hope to see you at our event. It'll be a lot of fun to see what everybody brings in and to hear the resulting musical and rhythmical compositions. All right, take care, guys. We'll see you later.